we have set up the CoreData stack. Now we see how exactly to use this. CoreData can perform multiple operations. Those are create, fetch, read, or update and delete. CRUD operations can be performed on CoreData, any database you can say. Func, fetch information. Okay, what it fetches, it gives you the students. Okay, students array. Func, save. It saves some record. The record is what is record NS manage object, right? In our case, it is a CD student. CD student is not available here. For that, what we need to do is go here, select the CD entity, product editor. What is that? Create NS managed object subclass. Here, save inside the table, not on the project, inside the folder. Maybe here, you can save this. Okay, what happened for the CD student, whatever we have, for that a class is created. The class is CD student. It is subclass of NS managed object. Subclass of NS managed object, which contains 3 different properties: name, age, address. Same properties we are having here. You're just mapping it. This is mapped version of CD student. I don't want to use CoreData student class in view controller. I want to use my own version of student. That is what we did here. Anyways, come back here. Fetch returns to the student. Perfect. I'm returning nil for now. Can be empty students. Or else empty array. Func, save record. What is the record here? CD student, right? CD student record. I want to save and want to return something, which is Boolean success or failure. I'll write the code for that and update delete VC. Fetching. First thing is saving. How to save the information? Creating. How to create the record? How to create the record? Let new student. Now we are already having the record here. Instead of doing this, thinking for the better approach, CoreData CD student. Save record. Save. Save is nothing much actually. Anyways, we're returning through here for now. Fetch VC. Yeah. Where do we have save object? In add view controller, we're having save button. In the save button, we need to save the information. By default, there is nothing. Let's set some title here. Title equal to students. Here, title equal to, by default, title is part of view controller. Add student. Students, there are no students here. What we do is func load students is a method In the view load, I'm calling that load students. Here, we need also CoreData manager dot share dot fetch students. Fetch students. Let me write clearly. Fetch students. Fetch students returns you the students. Fetch students. I'm saving them students equal to under table view reload data. This is what we need to do here. Table view object, create the table view object here. IV outlet V where table view, UA table view. Table view object we have taken here. When the application is launched, we are asking CoreData to fetch the information about the students. It fetches and assigns to the students and refreshing the table view. Go here. New referencing outlet, view controller, table view. Perfect. As there are no students, nothing happens. Nothing will be displayed. Okay, there are 0 students. When user clicks on plus icon, we come here into the add view controller, save. Let me create object of CD student here. Let me ask CoreData to save the information about the student. Later, name, what is the name text field dot text, comma, let age is of type integer, age text field dot text, comma, let address is of integer, sorry, string. By default, you can use address text field dot text. Now, if you clearly observe the structure here, managed object is the one place where you can perform all the operations. Let's say, let me create new student object. Let new CD student equal to CD student. I'm creating CoreData object here. Entity context. Context is let's try this. CoreData manager dot share dot context. I'm asking context to create a new student object. New student object dot name equal to name. New student object dot age equal to age. We need to convert that into integer 16. New student dot address equal to address. I'm just asking CoreData give me one new object for the student. I got that and I'm setting the information. Now I can ask CoreData to save. CoreData manager dot shared manager dot save. We have read save method and just use save. In here, we just need to call the save only. That's it. Save context. This method we need to call. And this calls this method, and from here also we can directly call save context. Context dot save also we can call. Anyways, we're having save method, so we are calling that method. CoreData object is inserted successfully. When you come back, I need to see that record here. When you come back means view will appear. When you try that, view will appear. Super, view will appear. Load students. Instead of in the view load, we can write that here. And how to fetch the students? We're asking CoreData manager give me some students. Here, let me create fetch request. We have fetch request equal to CD student dot fetch request. We have some fetch request here. Here on context only we need to execute it. Context dot fetch request. Yeah. Fetch request. The fetch request is this. Fetch request. If let excuse me, CD students equal to this. Must be optional type. Yes. For a CD student, in CD students, CD student launch, I'm taking one student, and here we need to convert can call can throw try do try catch. Exception handling we haven't seen. We see that if in case database is corrupted or some other means, going to return empty. Fetch student. We are taking one CD student. What is the thing which we need to return? Students we need to return. Where? Don't confuse. CD student is different and student is different. By default, it is empty. Now, what I do is in CD student, there is a class, right? CD student class. Where is CD student class? I can ask CD student class func convert to student, which returns student object. Here, let me create a student object. Student, I'll re-explain it. Name integer of age address. That's it. Come here. Let a student equal to a CD student. CD student, we're converting it to the student, and students got append or add. Append new element, which is student, a student, and finally return students. That's it. This will not execute. See what I'm trying to do here. CD student is a class which is a property called fetch request. You can see that. Others you can also create it. This is a fetch request. What is the purpose of fetch request? To pull the information from the database, we use the fetch request kind of request. Here, CD student fetch request is fetches the student objects. How many number of students objects are there on the database? Those are fetched. And here I am creating students array because I want to return students array. So I have created empty array. Now I am fetching the information from the database. Fetching the information, I am executing the fetch request. On top of context, context is the place where you perform all the operations of the database, right? Whether you create it or delete it. For creating also, where you save context. Internally, it is using context. For fetching, we are using context. For updating, we need to use the context. For deleting also, we need to use the context. Context is the one thing, which is most of the time you deal with. It fetches the students, assume that it fetches some CD students. CoreData objects. I am converting those CoreData objects into student class, student objects. Converted to students is a method. The CD student class converts. Okay, it is there. It is there. It is there. Must be there because we are calling it. Means on top of CD student role, we are calling it. We are getting a student. CD student to student. It is converted. I am adding that student object to the students array and returning that. Clear? Now, see any errors? Somewhere it is. Let's see. Age is perfect. Conversion is wrong. Missing argument label. What is this? Cannot convert value of integer 16 to integer fix. This is the fix. That is what we did. Okay. What happened? We have launched the application. In the view will appear. Call in view will appear. Load student is called. We are fetching the students, but there are no students, so nothing is displayed here. And we are moving to the RB controller now. Yeah, we just save it. Okay. Add view controller, we are saving it, and we'll come back. Let's move to the add view controller. Going here, name, DN ready, age 32, address Hyderabad. I'm saving it. Once you click save here, this method got called, taking the information from the text fields, creating a new student, setting the information which is there on the text field to the student CD student objects, and saving it. Perfect. Saving is done. Once you move back, what should happen? From the view will appear, we are refreshing. In the view will appear, we are calling load view controller, load students. Come back, load students. Let's see, we got the student. Yes, we got the student. That's it. Saving and fetching is done. Very simple, right? Saving and fetching is over. Let me create one more student. Remove the breakpoints. Samba 32. Let's say Kadapa. Saved. Samba is displayed. Even if you kill the application, I kill the application and relaunch it, you can still see the information. That is what the persistence is. This is what the persistence is. Any doubts here? Very, very important. CoreData, you will definitely find multiple questions.